Every time I see a bar of sheep, I can't help but wonder why they're always following each other so closely. Is it because they're scared of getting lost? Is it because they're trying to protect each other? Or maybe it's just because they're bored. Well, it turns out there's a real reason for this behavior, and it has nothing to do with being scared or bored. In fact, it all has to do with their survival. You see, sheep are prey animals, which means they get hunted by predators like wolves, coyotes, and bears. So it has in their nature to be cautious and stay close to their group for safety in numbers. This is called flocking behavior, and it's an instinct that all sheep have from the moment they're born. When sheep flock together, they create a sense of safety and security for themselves. There's power in numbers, as they say, and sheep are no exception. By staying close to their flock mates, they can keep an eye out for predators and escape quickly if necessary. They can also rely on the other sheep to protect them, as a group of sheep will often circle around their weakest members to protect them from harm. But there's another reason why sheep follow each other so closely. It has to do with their eyesight. Sheep have very poor eyesight, so they can't see very well from far away. In fact, they can only see things that are about 30 feet in front of them. So when they're walking along, they have to walk pretty close to each other in order to see where they're going. If they were to spread out too far, they'd be in danger of tripping over each other or falling off a cliff. By staying close together, they can see where they're going and avoid potential hazards. Now, you may be wondering, why don't they just evolve to have better eyesight? Well, it turns out that evolution isn't always about improving eyesight. It's also about conserving energy. Having good eyesight can be expensive in terms of energy. So it's not always worth it for animals like sheep who don't really need it. Instead, they've evolved to have excellent hearing and smell, which helps them detect predators long before they can be seen. So while their eyesight may not be the best, their other senses are sharp, which helps them survive in the wild. Another reason why sheep follow each other is because they're social animals. They need to be close to each other in order to communicate and maintain their social bonds. When sheep are separated from their flock, they become stressed and anxious and will often try to find their way back to their group. They communicate with each other through a variety of vocalizations, including bleating, which is their call for communication. They also use body language to communicate, such as ear position, tail position, and overall posture. By staying close to each other, they can communicate more easily and maintain their social bonds. Finally, sheep are also more likely to follow each other simply because they're lazy. They don't like to expend energy unless they have to. So if they see another sheep in front of them, they'll just follow along rather than taking the time to find their own path. This is especially true if the sheep are young or old, or if they re-carrying a heavy load, such as a fleece. In these cases, they LLB more likely to follow the path of least resistance and just copy what the sheep in front of them are doing. So the next time you see a bar of sheep, you'll know that they're not just following each other out of boredom or habit. They're actually using this behavior to survive in their environment. Whether it's to protect themselves from predators, communicate with each other, or conserve energy. Sheep have some pretty interesting reasons for following each other so closely. Now, if you want to learn more about sheep or other animals, check out the other videos on this channel. We've got all sorts of fascinating information about the natural world that's sure to amaze you. So hit that subscribe button and join us on our quest to learn more about the amazing animals around us.